This video is about the lessons that I learned in 2023 about myself. This particular video is about being too good for your own good. It is for people who are kind, people who are considerate, people who are patient, the ones who were conditioned from childhood to think about others, to take care of others, to be kind to others. Those are the people who this video is for. And the main intention of this video is to help us to begin to question ourselves and to ask how our unbalanced niceness might be causing harm to us and might be causing harm to those who are around us. By the way, I am a recovering nice person. And the way that I define nice is a person who is kind and extremely patient with people. These are usually women, because we are raised from the time we are little to take care of everyone else, to consider everyone else's feelings, to share with everyone else, to see if so and so is feeling good, to take care of others' feelings. It's also firstborns who are the ones supposed to take care of all the other children. Then the people who've been assistant parents, the ones who had to step in and parent their siblings or parent their cousins or parent those who are younger than them, because you had to kind of step out of yourself and take care of everyone else. Now the traits of these people who I'm calling kind and considerate or very nice people is: one, you're overly kind, as in extremely kind and patient with others. That's number one. Number two, you tend to only see the good in people. When someone does something bad or when someone comes into your circle, you're only seeing what is good. You can really look through everything that's going on, and you tend to only see the good in people. Three, you make excuses for people's bad behavior, as in they shouted because they were this, they behaved that way because they were this, they did that because they were this. You're always trying to find the good or trying to make excuses for people's bad behavior. Four, you expect kindness from others. Now that is a trick, and for me that was actually a big trap for me. Because I was kind, because I was nice, because I was patient with people, I expected people to be patient, to be nice, to be considerate back to me. And number five is you get very shocked and offended when people don't return the kindness, don't return the patience, and don't return the consideration. Now those are the general traits of people who are kind in an unbalanced way. Now these are the issues. This is what I realized as I was looking back at my life and looking back at the people in my circles and looking back at what I had tolerated. Number one, people who are kind and good and patient usually attract very mean people around them, because we tend to see the good in others. So the mean person who everyone else is avoiding, we can actually understand why they are mean, and then we tend to see that good side and we tolerate them. They can be around us and be themselves. Number two, because we do that, we usually allow others to abuse us and to take us for granted. Because we are so understanding, when they do weird things, we justify them, and that goes on for months, for weeks, for months, for years. We are justifying their bad behavior. Number three, which I think is a very, very dark one, is that we are usually the ones who narcissists and abusers can trust to justify or to appease, to justify their actions or to appease their victims. As I was doing a study on narcissism for a person who I know, I came across something called flying monkeys. These are people who are usually like in relationship with a person who the narcissist is abusing, and the narcissist usually uses them to make excuses for their bad behavior, to trivialize the feelings or the harm that has been done to the person who has been abused, to kind of justify the actions. Like you're the ones who are always there trying to appease the person who has been harmed, because you want them to consider that the person did this because of this. And then number four, this one is actually another big one, is we are often the ones who are trying to force reconciliation in situations where someone has been abused. I think this is a major issue, especially in the church circles that I've actually found them even be particular, especially in marriage, When someone, marriage or relationships, someone is being abused by their spouse, and then you find this person who is trying to force a person to pray, to forgive, to reconcile. You're not acknowledging the abuse that has happened, but you're forcing reconciliation without acknowledging the abuse, without requiring accountability of the partner. So these are the issues that I usually found with people who are kind and considerate. We are the ones, if we don't check ourselves, who facilitate, protect, and we are catalysts of abuse, because we are always there appeasing the victim, defending the abuser, because we understand them, because we only see the good in people. Now the lessons, the major lessons that I learned in 2023, as I said, it has been going on for a couple of years, just reviewing the people in my life, reviewing what is happening. The major lesson that I learned is, number one, see people for who they are. This thing of only looking at the good in people and always justifying their bad behavior. See people for who they are. That is lesson number one. Lesson number two, do not excuse bad behavior. That is a major one. If someone behaves badly, if someone, because they are angry, decides to scream at people or fight people or beat people, they have chosen to behave badly in front of that person. They have chosen to scream at that particular person. Do not excuse bad behavior, because that person can still control themselves. So do not excuse bad behavior. No one has a right to behave badly, to treat you badly, to scream at you, to abuse you, to call you names because they're angry. Because they don't do that to everyone else. They choose who to abuse. So that lesson that I learned is bad behavior, request as in confront it, deal with it, ask for accountability. Do not excuse it, do not try to understand it, do not try to justify it, that the person did this because of that. Do not excuse bad behavior. We are adults, we can control ourselves. The third thing I learned is, do not, as much as is humanly possible, do not be a co-narcissist or a co-abuser. Do not be the person who is trivializing the hurt that has happened to someone, the person who is justifying the actions of the narcissist, the person who is trying to make people understand that the abuser did this because of that. There is never a because for abuse. There is never a because for bad behavior. So do not become co-opted into that just because you are nice. That the last one, which is actually a very tricky one for people who are nice, is check your heart for unforgiveness. Because what I realize is people who are usually nice and patient carry around a lot of anger and rage and unforgiveness, because the people who they expected to return the kindness, to return the consideration, to return the care, did not return the care. And you cannot blow up on them. So you contain it within you. Then you are angry. You are a nice person, but you're angry. You're a kind person, but you have rage. So check your heart for unforgiveness. And those are the four things that I learned. But I think the last one that I want to talk about is a scripture that we read a lot in the Bible. I love the Bible. It teaches, I learn a lot from it. But there's a scripture in Matthew 10. I'm going to look and read it. Matthew 10:16. That says, behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. Therefore, be as wise as serpents and as harmless as doves. The thing that we have been taught from childhood is how to be harmless, but we've not been taught how to be wise. That's why I'm saying we need to learn how to be balanced. Unbalanced kindness can be harmful. Unbalanced patience can be harmful. Unbalanced care, unbalanced consideration can be harmful. Remember to be as harmless as a dove in your kindness, but to still be as wise as a serpent, in understanding what is actually going on. So as I close this, I want to end by asking you a question. My friends who are kind, who are considerate, who are caring, who are patient, were you ever taught how to be kind to yourself, how to be considerate to yourself, how to be patient with yourself, how to take care of yourself? If this is something that you feel like you're struggling with, there's a link in the description of this video. Just click that link and reach out and let us see how we can work together to help you to begin to create balance in this attribute of yours. Balance in your kindness, balance in your care, balance in your patience, balance in your goodness. My name is Jennifer Ochuo. I'm a clarity coach and a breakthrough coach. I look forward to hearing from you.